I'm Chris again. Uh, this is video number 2, which I think is a huge achievement. 2 whole videos. This is so funny, really. I can't tell if I need to be talking louder or if there is some setting that I am missing that would make it sound like I am talking and not just mumbling. Uh, well, I might be doing a little of both, but I think that I could be louder, and I just haven't figured out how yet. So, hey, welcome to the learning curve of YouTube video recording. I'm also recording this directly on the YouTube site, which I feel like is probably not ideal. So, hey, any tips I'm open to. Uh, and don't tell my mother I'm recording at her house, which is probably not clean to her standards. Um, so today I thought I would talk about self-publishing and why I self-publish. I have nothing against traditional or trade publishing. I think it's wonderful. I think publishing in general, books in general, are the reason I survived to adulthood. And any method that gets books into my grubby little paws is a method that I support. And that includes books that have typos and formatting errors and bad character development and whatever else, whatever other problems people have with books. You know, I can always choose to stop reading. For every book that I've thought, wow, this is the most horrific thing I've ever read in my life, um, there's at least one person who's written a review lauding it. Well, except for one. There was one book where all of the reviewers were in agreement, but most of the time somebody likes the book that I just thought was drivel. So I'm pro all forms of publishing. Um, for many years I never bought books because of the internet. I got all of my reading material for free, which now sounds kind of strange, and I feel sort of awkward about that because asking for money. But but I didn't have any to spend, so I took advantage. I also read in bookstores. I would go to the Barnes & Noble and spend 4 hours there and just read a book because I didn't want to give them my money. So so I self-publish, at least in part because I hate writing query letters. And even when I have written a query letter, then there's more work to be done to figure out who to send it to. I spent a semester reading the slush pile for a literary agent. I've been on that side, and it may have broken my heart a little bit beyond redemption because there are books that are terrible, uh, in my opinion, obviously, uh, that people have poured their lives into. Um, so I guess I didn't want to necessarily participate in that system. Not that I think it's a bad system, but that I found it personally horrifying. So, so I looked for other options, and one of those options is, of course, self-publishing. We used to call it, I guess, vanity publishing when it was, pay somebody $2,000 and they'll send you a few copies of your book that you can then try to get somebody to buy. Um, Self-publishing feels like largely the same thing, but we have more vendors, and your investment is lower, and there's not as many folks out sharking you to get you to publish through them. Although they still exist. If you're a self-publisher, you should be wary. Do not give anyone your credit card if they promise to make you a bestseller. It's not going to happen. Not something you can buy. Well, I guess you could. There are people who have successfully bought their way to bestsellerdom, but once people find out you've done that, they don't like you very much, and you don't sell as many of your next books. So I don't recommend that. I self-publish because I write a lot. That's the primary reason. I write a lot, and I have a toddler. I have a day job. This is not mythical place where I write all day long because I don't have other obligations. I write all day long, while I'm heating the mac and cheese. Uh, 3.5 minutes. That's a pretty good amount of time. I can get some words in. Um, so I write a lot. I mean, I write maybe 70,000 words a month, and I revise constantly. So this is better. This allows me to set my own publication schedule, and that's just loads of fun. I mean, if you're a nerd into scheduling and task lists, I don't think there's not another good way of doing this. Self-publishing is where it's at. If you work through a publisher, someone else is setting your deadlines, and maybe that works really well for you. Um, but they will set them on their own schedule, obviously, because they have a lot of different releases coming out. I'm a publisher with only my releases coming out. I am my priority. So that has been a great deal of fun, very entertaining, and it's I want to say there is something more inspiring about it to me, not to everyone on Earth. This is not a path for everyone. This is a path for if you're a control freak, you might like self-publishing. Um, Certainly, if you have any graphical knowledge or Photoshop, uh, you might like making your own covers. If you don't have this knowledge, you can make it up, but it's not going to produce the product that you're looking for. I speak from experience. Someday I'm going to hire a wonderful cover design artist and revamp all my covers. Not today. Uh, Maybe someday in the next year or so. So that is, I suppose, on the theme of introductory videos. That is why I do what I do and enjoy myself doing it. I don't sell huge numbers of books, but I'm having a good goddamn time. So that is why I self-publish, and thank you for watching.